Greetings and welcome to Jeddah for what promises to be a thrilling Formula 2 race. So let's examine the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be very challenging for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalize on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. A fantastic effort from Daniel Ticktum yesterday puts him on pole position, with David Beckman alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Schwartzman, De Ruvela, Yuri Vips, and Dragovic, Sato, Lawson, Pourchaire, Guilherme Samaya, Armstrong, Piastri, Bent Fiscal, and a Charus, Aitken, Lundgaard, Joe, and Richard Verschoor. Nissani, Zendelli, Boschon, and Alessio Deleda rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Right, well here we are then on the grid, ready for the final race of the F2 weekend here from Jeddah. Hello everyone, and welcome back guys to a brand new video here from the F2 Oscar Piastri career mode, where yeah, like I said, back for the final feature race of the weekend. Not sure about that strategy. I'm wondering then whether the tyres, because we've already done a race on them, is gonna be a little bit funny here. Yeah, not sure about this one. I mean, the game reckons we can pretty much pit really early still. Of course, you've got to make it to lap 6 in an F2 race anyway there, so I don't know if that's the same in smaller races, but we're going to roll with it anyway. Yeah, 15 laps ahead of us, though, for the final race of the weekend. Like I said, if you missed out on either of the first two, I would highly recommend going back and checking them out. Starting P12, though, for this feature. Definitely feel like anything is going to be possible here today, though. So let's just dive right in. 24 points between the top 3 in the Drivers' Championship. 5 red lights, though, on the grid. And it's going to be a long hold, but lights out, and away we go. Was not a brilliant start, but not a bad one as we head down towards someone. Looks like it is just Samaya there as Lundgaard. That was Lundgaard, held on to that. Through turn 1 there. We're getting punched out wide by someone. I think that was Viscal and Fittipaldi there trying to make something happen, but Lundgaard has just absolutely sent it down in towards turn 1 there, and somehow made it and got it slowed down. There's no way the AI wouldn't have turned in on me if I'd done that one, so clearly they're trying to side with each other here, as again, just lap 1, the Constantina and up through the first sector is just so scary there, as we're going to try and look to the outside of Marcus Armstrong. Are we going to be able to get a run on the dams? We need to try and make progress early on in this final race of the weekend. There is straight back up then into P12. Are they going to be able to get a run on Lundgaard on the exit as well there? The young driver just being able to slot in front in his ART. And yeah, we won't try and make a move work up the inside there. But yeah, intrigued to see how Samaya's going to get on. Starting on that set of soft compound tyres there, and how far into the race he's going to be able to go as well. But looks like it is going to be not one of the Carnins leading at the end of lap 1 there. It's to the inside of Christian Lundgaard there. Now we have made progress in this race up into 11th. Is it Liam Lawson that leads the way? I want to say, yeah, I think it is Liam Lawson who's leading the way towards the end of lap 1. We will get official confirmation in just a moment there, but down in towards the final corner. Yeah, surprised Samaya didn't get a better start than he did there, because he had a good opportunity He's already sort of launched himself nice and high up the top 10 there. But is it Lawson? Yeah, no, David Beckman, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, he leads the way at the end of lap 1 here. And yeah, big points could have a massive swing before we head to Abu Dhabi next weekend there. But good, clean start up the inside of Samaya. We'll accidentally go then. Thanks, I guess. And now, yeah, we're going to apply some pressure to Pourchaire. Team were a fan of the move, though. I guess we kind of were in the end. But yeah, Samaya's struggling. It's Pourchaire now. Yeah, really struggling that. The first sector to the outside of the ART. Tried to give me a squeeze. Try and launch it high and wide into the corner, though. And then do the old up and under on the exit. Oh, very close to our second ART in just 2 laps here. As to the outside we go. Off tail Pourchaire. Oh, no, not quite able to make the move work that time round. So again, you just have to lean so much on these cars on corner exit. I really am going to miss this series when it comes to its end. These F2 cars have just been so much fun to race with on F1 2021. Not quite though when the AI do that though. A little bit of contact with Pourchaire, but we both live to fight another day. Right, are we going to get another run on Teo Pourchaire then? Slowing fast out. Look at that immediately. Able to read him like a book, the young Frenchman there, to the inside this time round. Hopefully we'll make this move work. Ooh, a little bit deep on the brakes there. A bit of a snag of the wheel. Pourchaire will have a look back up the inside there and completely try and slam the door shut there again. A little bit more contact with Teo Pourchaire there, front wing to diffuser, but this time around he was well and firmly committed to slamming the door in our face. Oh, big wobble on the exit. Carl's still trying to fight us. Are we going to be able to get a run though down this back section of the lap? Surely, yeah, we're going to be able to look to the inside, which we are. Pourchaire spots us there, tries to hang on. So we just run a bit too deep though through the corner, and Pourchaire won't give us much room on the exit, but yeah, I'm happy to give that place back up. Now Samaya's going to come back at me though. Is he going to be able to get any sort of run? I don't think he is. There, just got a little bit caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. Thought about sending it. Did think about sending it. Did probably consider sending it, but we live to fight another day. Like Pourchaire might just... Oh no, I think he's just got himself back inside the DRS there. As we head through the exit of the S's again though, we're going to get another run on the ART, and this time around he's dead set on going defensive on us, so we're going to squeeze him towards the inside. Then move Rack out right at the last moment there. Pinch him. He wants to play aggressive, so we're going to do the same. And now up into P9 of this feature race. Pourchaire, there was a great little driver in this series. They really always wanted to fight for any position he possibly can there, as we're gaining on Sato, who I think, yeah, in real life doesn't quite have the same sort of qualities as Teo Pourchaire. I hate to be the one to admit it, but don't think we're going to see another Sato in Formula 1 for at least a few more years. There is all over the back, though, of the driver. I can't even call him really a young driver anymore in that Trident, because he is just, well, what's he now, like 25? Something ridiculous like that, Marina Sato? I might be wrong, but yeah, certainly I don't think he's going to be in F1 anytime soon. There is at the final corner. A lot of people trading fastest laps, and that's going to stop. We're going to completely take that one away. He's thought about it. Up the inside of Sato into T1. Go on then, Sato. Let's do the move we tried to do so many times so far today. Nope, not quite. Again, Sato just getting the car slowed down at the right time. To the inside, though. Get it slowed down early. Just sit on that apex. There's not a lot the car on the high side can do. And my point is proven. Up into 8th now. Oh! This thing is willing to scare you, so you make sure you concentrate. Chair now has followed me past Sato by the looks of it. So we've got yellow flags out. Someone's got issues. Is that Sato then struggling at this stage of the Grand Prix? No, I think it's someone else towards the rear of the field. I think it's Guilherme Samaya, but I might be wrong. Let's have a look. We'll wait for official confirmation, unless of course it's not a driver retirement. But yeah, all over the back of championship rival Liam Lawson. Yeah, we've seen the Road in Cars logos a lot this year. But hopefully we're going to see him in our mirrors once more. There, his yellow flags have gone. It's definitely... Is it Sharoons? I'm not really 100% sure, I'll be honest. I think it's Samaya, but I could be wrong. Anyway, he's into the pits though, so I don't think it's a failure. Just some technical gremlins. Oh, Lawson, look at that. Sits on the exit of the corner there to the outside of the Red Bull. Or the high-tech, sorry, I should say. To the inside we go. thanks, I guess. I mean, we were there for a few seconds before he completely pinched me. A little bit of front wing damage, though. That shouldn't cost us too much, but yeah, when do we pit in this Grand Prix? That's the next question. Well, there we go. We've got a couple of cars peeling into the pits then. Only the end of lap 6, but they're both on softs. Yuri Vips and David Beckman. So that would explain why Beckman managed to take the lead early on. Team 1 us in at the end of this one, but are we going to see anyone else pit? Is it going to be the undercut of dreams? Or is it just going to leave us on dead rubber trying to hang on towards the end? Oh, more yellow flags out. Someone's got issues. Is it a car behind? I think it is. Is that now Sato struggling? He's dropped back massively. So, just again, Lawson sitting in the wrong place at the wrong time there. And we have to avoid him. That time around is Christian Lundgaard. Had a flying start to this race, but it's all probably going to go up in smoke. Carlin's now at the front of the field, going side by side through the first couple of turns. They are really trying to battle it out. Jay and Daruvala and Dan Tictum, like we said, have had awful seasons up to now, and it looks like Daruvala is going to be the one that comes on top of that battle for now, but it's leaving Schwartzman, Drugovic, Lawson and myself just sat waiting behind, looking at an opportunity at a race victory here as we head through the next couple of corners. Just try and tip it in nice and calm as, again, look at the run on Lawson. We've said it so many times so far in this race there. This time around, Lawson going to try and go defensive, but again, we'll send it up the inside. Won't let him squeeze us into the wall. Again, he'll do the up and under on me. We just can't put the power down. Wheel-to-wheel contact on the exit of the corner there, as this is getting really aggressive between myself and Liam Lawson. We'll keep the nose there. Oh, big lock up at the rears. Somehow Lawson hangs on for now. Oh, come on, car. Please, just go in the right direction, I beg. That was just oversteer city on the exit there. But Lawson and me, yeah, the gloves are coming off, I think. With just a handful of races to go of the campaign. Are we now going to be able to get a run down in towards the final couple of corners? I think if Lawson pits, we stay out. If Lawson stays out, we're going to pit now, as he's lost the DRS to Felipe Drugovic in front of him, so we're not really going to find out because we're going to be past Liam Lawson as we head down the final corner. Get it rotated in. Are we going to see any of the front runners into the box? I don't think we are, so we're going to take the opportunity. We're going to pit now as all Lawson. He was actually just after the slipstream on us there and the DRS, but we're going to get it slowed down onto a set of soft tyres we go to the end of this Grand Prix there, and we've already got to hope we come out in some clear air. I've told the team, don't change the front wing. It's not worth the time loss at this stage of the day. 5.7 seconds stop. Not quite responded to it as well as we would have wanted. As where are we going to come out relative to David Beckman and Yuri Vips here? They might have been able to pull off the undercut of the year at this stage of the race, because of course all those battles going on between the Carlins would have really hindered them. Back down through turn 1 though. Got to be so careful here. So easy to pick up penalties, but they were getting about 4 seconds behind, and surely, yeah, Beckman and Yuri Vips are going to be at the front of the field there, but they're going to be on harder, older tyres to the end. We've got to push though over these next couple of laps. Well, it looks like all those front runners are staying out for another lap here, so we've got to really hope Daruvala and Dan Tictum want to fight over that P1 for a whole lot longer in this Grand Prix. We're taking a bit of time out of Beckman and Vips. Now the tyres are up to temperature. Maybe if they can fight, which looks like they are. We've got Sato and Lawson in, so I think we're going to be ahead still of Liam Lawson, which is really important. There we are, actually going to be quite close with the high-tech, but he's going to be on cold rubber, and we're going to have a small but slender advantage here. Look at that side-by-side from Vips and Beckman. Surely you want to see where you come out before you start doing this, boys. Oh, there we go. End of lap 10. Schwartzman in the pits. As we've gone purple through sector 1, green through sector 2. We've got some DRS now on Beckman as well. These two are just costing each other so much over the course of this lap. Slowing fast out of the final corner, however. And are we going to potentially get a run on one of the Carlins as well? I don't really want to say anything to Jeff at the moment if I can avoid it, but where are we going to re-emerge there? 42.5, new fastest lap. That's where are we going to re-emerge here? There is Jay and Daruvala. There is David Beckman almost running into the side of Daruvala, who's immediately going to try and get a run on Vips. We've got the undercut on our teammate Schwartzman here, as all to the inside of Beckman, who just has to back out of it. Thank you very much to the Campos man. I think he understood, yeah, we probably weren't in the same race as him at the moment. He's got to hope all of our soft tyres die out before the end of this race, as Daruvala really does struggle to get the tyres up to temperature through this first sector. I had the same issue on our outlap here, but our tyres are now warm and sticky as Daruvula is going to struggle into the hairpin. Up the inside we go. Thank you very much. It's going to be, I think, net now P2 or P3, depending on where Tictum comes out. But this race is now all starting to fall into place with 3.5 laps to go. Are we now going to be able to get a run on Yuri Vips here? It's all just coming into place. Team happy with the tyres as well as we're gaining on Yuri Vips. Oh, he just goes that little bit defensive through the final corners there, as I think Daruvula tried to make something work on us on the exit. But now, yeah, surely we're going to be able to get the run on the Estonian as we head back down into T1 there. He's going to go a little bit defensive to the outside we go. Is this going to be a move for the lead? Certainly going to be a move as we just about get it slowed down. We're almost going to be 3 wide on the exit of turn 1 there as Dan Tictum's come out just behind and we're into the lead of this Jeddah feature race there. How on earth we've pulled this off, I'll never know. There, desperate lunge from Yuri Vips on the exit, and hopefully now we're going to leave these guys to battle out between themselves. And can we just try and walk away with the race victory here in the final race of the weekend? Well, heading down then in towards the final corner, about to start the last lap then of this Saudi Arabian feature race here, and finally now it is all starting to come together in this Prema. It's been an up and down weekend so far as we've got yellow flags out. Is this potentially going to be a dramatic retirement from this race? Not too sure who it is pulling to the wayside. Hopefully we'll get confirmation in just a moment, but yeah, at the moment we're just unleashing all the pace we got left in the car there. Bent Viscal out for the second time in recent races there. Yuri Vips hanging on those mediums, but him and Jay and Daruvula battling it out is what's helped me really build up this margin, because ever since we took the lead with that late move on Yuri Vips, we've just never really looked back and just romped away from these guys and let them duke it out between themselves here. It's been an odd weekend here from Jeddah. It's been a dramatic weekend as well, but yeah, like I said earlier on, I'm really going to miss this series when it does come to an end next weekend now in Abu Dhabi. It's been so much fun. These F2 cars, if you've watched this series and still haven't given these cars a go, I don't know what else there is to try and convince you guys that you need to try these things, because they are so much fun. Just absolute brilliant little pieces of machinery to take out on the F1 at 2021 game there. But in towards the final sector then of the final race of the weekend, we are going to further extend our championship lead at the moment, and 27 points on the board from the the penultimate feature race of the year. We were lucky to miss out last weekend there after a brilliant battle with Jack Aitken in towards the final few corners there. A little bit of contact between us, but that's Formula 2 as well to a certain degree there. But we started P12 in this one. There was no sort of heroics, anything like that, just good clean moves lap after lap after lap. And round in the final corner for the first time in I can't remember how long, it's going to be a feature race dub there. You absolutely love to see it.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
Here's our winner, pulling their Prema into Parc Ferme then. What a fantastic race. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
What a race, Alex. Every so often we get a spectacular like we did today. Less focus on strategy and time management, and more on just pushing it to the limits and battling it out for those top positions. I think what we experienced today is evidence of why Formula 2 is continuing to draw into crowds. And expect today's race will definitely be turning a few more heads to the series.
As we look back on a thrilling race here today, we can now see the drivers take their places on the podium. It's a familiar sight by now, as it's another successful F2 win for Prema. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. Prema moved to the top of the table. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from ART this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. After all this drama, you'll be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Well, there we are then, guys. The full 27 points on the board and from 12th on the grid as well. It is, yeah, I think our first feature race win. Definitely wasn't Russia. Definitely wasn't Monza. I can't remember. Did we win the Silverstone feature? I'm not sure, in all honesty. We might have done back at Silverstone, if my memory hasn't failed me there. But we do walk away with the full 27 points, like I said. Yuri Vips somehow hanging on ahead of both Carlins there. I mean, Carlin, yeah, all weekend didn't have a car finish lower than 6th. And that, oh, sorry, 7th even, and that was Jan Daruvula in the first sprint race. They have had a monumental weekend here in Jeddah there. Beckman in 5th ahead of Schwartzman in 6th place there. Some solid points for our teammate, but still, yeah, not quite, I know, where he would want to be there. Drugovic, Lawson, Porcher and Aitken round out the top 10 there. And yeah, Fittipaldi back down in 12th place there. Just, yeah, really, I think, was a bit lucky that he started from the top 10 in that second sprint race there and gave him some points that I don't think he really had the pace for come the end of the weekend there. But that means from the weekend, we did end up taking top points there. 34 ahead of Dan Ticktum on 30 there and Jay and Daruvula with 27. So both Carlins inside the top 3. Porcher in 4th ahead of Lawson, Vips, Lawson, Viscal, Schwartzman, Sato, Drogovic there. Fittipaldi, Beckman and Jack Aitken all scoring points as well. And that means championship-wise 47 points clear as we head into the final weekend then of the campaign. So there is the potential we could wrap this up in the first sprint race in Abu Dhabi. I'm sure, yeah, the maths is going to be interesting on that one. I think, yeah, if we lose less than 3 points to Fittipaldi and Liam Lawson in that first race of the weekend, we will officially be crowned champion there. So similar vein, actually, to Oscar Piastri in the real-life F2 season as well there. Porcher now on 118 ahead of David Beckman. The Rims Delhi down to 6th place ahead of Vips and Richard Vachol. Vent, Viscal, Marina, Sato rounding outside your top 10 there ahead of Lundgaard and Jack Aitken. Daruvula up into 13th ahead of Drogovic in 14th. Armstrong and then Schwartzman delayed it down in 17th there. Ticktum now comfortably ahead of the backmarkers in 18th place there. Just 1 point behind my teammate and Deleda there and 2 points behind Armstrong. I mean, really, anyone from 12th to 18th could finish in any of those positions there. Samaya and then Guan Yu Zhou, and yeah, just Nassani and Boschon yet to score. And teams-wise, we head into the final race weekend, 8 points clear of High Tech, though that is certainly going to be a battle that is going to go right down to the wire there. ART now 2 points ahead of Charu and MP Motorsport there, as neither of those teams took points in the final race of the weekend there, so that's certainly going to be a battle to watch out for as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and yeah, we'll be back next weekend for the final time in the F2 career mode. You guys do not want to miss it. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.